101 ESPN presents The Players Lounge, brought to you by Quintessential Dining and Nightlife in St. Charles.
All right, we're with James Laurinaitis, Rams middle linebacker. He's our guest in The Players Lounge. We're live at Quintessential Dining and Nightlife on historic Main Street in St. Charles. What's your take on Steve Spagnuolo's, because you guys came in together, all right, and on his philosophy about character in general?
You know, it's something that I've been used to since I've been playing football all the way up. I mean, through college for 4 years, it's kind of the same idea.
Well, I mean, you are one of the pillars. That's the thing. If you did bring in a malcontent or a guy that's got a little dirt on him, you would be one of the guys that has to, I guess, stand up for the four pillars. Would you have any concern about making sure a guy carries his own weight?
No, I wouldn't have any concern with that. I think, I don't have any concern with it because I know I wouldn't be the only one. I think there's a guy in our locker room, 3'9", who would have a pretty big say in that. And I think Steven is a guy that he won't put up with certain people that aren't focused on our goal. And I think Steven's an unbelievable leader. I think there's guys, OJ Tagway, who's another one. OJ's obviously offside the football field. He's very soft-spoken, very smart guy on the football field. Again, one of those guys that turns into another person. And I think there's other leaders as well that just would know how to handle the situation as well. So I know I wouldn't be – nobody goes at it just by themselves. It's kind of there's other guys that are going to be rallying behind you.
Well, when I see Steven, man, I can't believe how big he is. I really can't.
No, I can't believe it either.
That might be the biggest, fastest running back. I mean, just the blend of that size and speed together.
Well, I was telling him you file that under the Life's Not Fair department
absolutely.
category. It's
Absolutely.
just the way it goes. It isn't fair.
The guy gains 10 pounds and loses body fat.
I know.
Isn't that
I know
psych?
it.
It's just
I know
crazy. When you watch him play, do you get motivated? Does he inspire you?
Absolutely. When you have a player on your team, and obviously when I got drafted here, you knew about Steven Jackson, and when you have your quote-unquote franchise player, your guy that obviously this franchise knows it's the face of this franchise is Steven. And I think when you have him working as hard as he does and preparing the way he does, and when you see him in the game running as hard as he does, that has to inspire you. You don't want, if you have your stud guy looking like he doesn't want to, he's not interested, then obviously you're going to be like, okay, what's going on. But when you have that guy really being the heartbeat of what the franchise is and everything, that trickles down.
Speaking of guys that are impressive on offense, Sam Bradford, he's been around you guys for 2-3 months. A couple games into the regular season. You guys still as impressed? I mean, I talked to you guys when training camp opened, and you guys talked about how he's handled himself and how he's fit in. Same deal?
Yeah, absolutely. We know Sam has such a high level of what he expects out of himself. I mean, he expects to be 100. I mean, if you ask Sam what a game should be to him, it's the same mentality I have. I should have 100% completion. I should have X many touchdowns. It should be this way. Like, I should not ever throw an incomplete pass. That's just his mindset.
I was asking Chris Long, though. Chris was telling me about a week ago about trying to create a tough mindset with this football team and become a tough, physical football team. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that's your goal on defense. And I asked, does Sam fit that profile? And he's looked at me and says, yeah, Sam's a tough guy. You sense that?
Yeah, absolutely. You look at the way Sam takes some shots. And the way he gets back up, and you kind of just see how he gets up like no big deal. He shrugs it off. Next play, you'll never hear him say anything at all about any hit he's taken, anybody hitting his hand, anything like that. He is so focused on just really him, really on himself and what he needs to do, what he needs to accomplish, that he doesn't see all that. He's very mentally tough. I think when you have a guy that's mentally tough like that at QB, he inevitably is physically tough.
I hate those type guys. I like quarterbacks that quit.
No, he's not a quitter.
I love quarterbacks that just fold. Don't you? Not on your team. The other team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
James, thanks. We're in the final minute here. We appreciate the time, and stay with it. And we'll look forward to calling more tackles, more interceptions, and more sacks. And we'll look forward to a legitimate sack dance at some point.
Yeah, look for that. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.